Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody's doing well. Animal Crossing, please don't run away. Please don't run away. I'm saying bye-bye to my fourth island, and we're going to start all over again. So the first thing we have to do is say bye-bye to all my critters. I remembered most of who I had. I think it's been 9 months since I last played. And yes, I'm completely aware that my least favorite, least viewed videos, well, actually that would be The Sims 4. Nobody watched those. That's how I started my channel. Way back in 2017. And then nobody watched these either. But, you know what? I like the game. And I think I need something like this right now. Just to escape, unwind, relax, and smile. And this game provides that for me. I do hope you don't mind. I know that sounds incredibly selfish of me. And it would be great if these videos did a little bit better than my last ones. I don't know. But I don't know that it's you guys so much as it is YouTube. I think they're finally noticing me. I mean, they're letting me have live videos now, and not that that's a big deal, but I just noticed that on my community page. I'm like, wow, okay. I never knew I could do that. But I really don't know if they're recommending me at all. I never see it, so I don't know. I'm gonna miss Bill. Bill was so cute. But I do want to get into this again, and I just hope everybody's okay with that. This and Stardew Valley will probably be my summer. So, here's the thing. I'm looking for something specific. And the top priority for me is the color of the airport. And not because of the items it gives, but because I've never had it before. I want this all to be like new beginnings. And no, this is not a forever island. I don't think I could ever do that because I change frequently. My mood, the time of year, what side of the bed I got up on that morning. Things change. And I do not like to commit to too much of anything. So I've had 1 blue, 2 yellow, and then I say red. Everybody else says it's orange, but it looks red to me. So I'm looking for a green airport. The other thing I do not like is the river going down on both sides to the south. I just don't care for that look. And then the third thing, I do not care, well, I shouldn't say that. I kind of care where my plaza is located, but I do not care if it's close to the airport. That doesn't bother me. What I do care is if it's too far away or dead center. My thinking is not like most other people's. I want to be able to decorate and move homes around, terraform. And if that plaza is sitting dead center on the island, it really limits your ability to do things. So I'd rather that my plaza was shifted either closer to your right or left and much closer to the airport than everybody else prefers. And I know it's because they do the fancy decorating and they want an entrance that just says, wow. Well, I'm not going to have any visitors. I can't even afford the, $20 for the annual membership. So nobody's going to be visiting this place. It's not that big of a deal to me. And I have never once done the cottage core. I actually got so sick of hearing that word, any word attached to core. it drove me nuts, and it kind of chased me away from that even more. But I love it. It's gorgeous. It's just a little too claustrophobic for my taste. I want open, airy. Yes, I like decorating. And yes, I like the trees and the ramps and all that. But I need breathing space as well. And I don't like all of that maze. It just doesn't appeal to me. And I do apologize if everybody else likes that and they're expecting to see it. Not gonna happen. So the last criteria that I'm looking at is the sides, the outer edges along the ocean. I want the top, both sides of the top of the island to have enough rock room to place items down on it. I like putting the lighthouse there and the cool items that I get from Gulliver and Gullivar, the treasure chest and the ship wheel, things like that. Those cute fish streamers. I want to be able to decorate those rocks. So I would like them to be, not excessive, but big enough to be able to decorate on. And then along the sides, I have never had a bridge on my left. It has always been at the bottom right. So that actually proved to be the most difficult deciding factor for me when I was looking at all these maps. I'm like, oh my goodness, that is a cool looking island, but look where the pier? Plank? I also never knew that there were different sizes of that thing. That didn't really matter to me. I guess it would be kind of cool having a long one, yeah? But I wasn't really looking at the length. I just would rather have one on my left this time. And then the rocks and the jutting land along the outer rim of your island. I don't want my beach cluttered. I don't want to have to keep zipping and zagging and in and outing just to get from one side of the island to the other in a roundabout way. So like I'm looking for shells or I'm fishing, so you're going around on the beach. I don't want too much rocks and things like that distracting me. So those were my criteria. And this is the first green. Oh my gosh, I looked through so many different islands. This is my very first green airport, and I think it's pretty. I love that lime neon green color. I think it's pretty. Never had it before. And the reason I say I don't care about the items that come with it is that eventually you're going to be able to go to Harvey's, and then he's going to have all of his friends with him. And you can go to the young married, the newlyweds. I can't remember their names, I'm sorry. But you can go to the newlyweds and they will give you any combination of just about any item that you can think of, including the clock, the lamps, furniture, those plaza pieces for the carnival items. You can get those in different colors too if you take them to him. It's not cheap, but you know what I mean. So that wasn't too big of a deal. Now, as far as the clock and the lamps that come attached to the plaza, I guess that could become an issue if you get you don't want black, you'd rather have white, or you don't want white, you'd rather have brown, or you know what I mean? That would become an issue. However, I thought about it and it's like, how many times have I even noticed those two items? And the answer is hardly ever. So that was way down on my list of things to consider. Fruit. Again, that's another thing. The fruit and the flower is irrelevant to me because you're eventually going to get them all. And then as time goes on, you're going to go, what was my original fruit? I can't remember what my original flower was. I never remember what my original flower was. Never. Of course, you could be reminded every time you went on an island hop, eh? Usually the island hop gives the same things that you have. The same tree fruit, the same flower. So that would be a good reminder. But I got windflowers here and apples. Two of things. I think I've had windflowers before with peaches. Yeah. I skipped on it. It was dumb. I wasn't feeling it while I was running around. Something was off and I couldn't quite tell you what it was. Now, I guess the last thing I should talk about is the starting villagers. This is where you're going to see my flightiness in action. I kept telling myself, do not concern yourself with the starter villagers, because those are usually the first two to leave, and it's not that big of a deal because they have cruddy houses. And if you happen to have their amoeba cards, you can always get them back, and then they'll be in nice houses. So your two starters is always a sister and a jock, but they have the crummiest houses. And yes, if you do have the DLC, I happen to have the Happy Home Paradise. Probably got that wrong. I happen to have that. You can eventually decorate everybody's house, inside and out. So I think that also gives you Nook Mile tickets. But here's me seeing Phoebe, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. And then after all the text went away, I'm like, is that who I think it is? And it is. I let the two starting villagers decide. I didn't even see the color of the airport. All I saw was Phoebe standing there, and I'm like, I've got to take this. And it's cherries. I never had cherries before. I like the shape of the island. I like how close, look at that, Rolled. Just running by me there. Rolled. He is so cute. So, everything I told myself not to do, I did here. But I did like the layout. And I think, yeah, we got pansies. I've had those before as well. A majority of my islands, well, only two different types of fruit. Peaches, I always got peaches like 2 or 3 times. And then pears were the last 2 times. I just like the pears. I love pears in real life. So I stuck with this island, and I was even starting to run around doing things, and then I'm like, what color is my airport? What was the color of my airport? So I went back to my old videos and I started watching them. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've had every single color except green. And you knew that going in, you dork. You knew that. That was your top criteria, was airport color. So what do? You look at your two starters. Cool starters, I'm not gonna lie. I was very pleased with those starters. But it is very sad and disappointing to see how drab and dreary their homes are. Now, I will admit though, Phoebe's real home is kind of terrifying. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't she have the one that's all lava? Lava walls, lava floor. She's got a volcano somewhere in the room. Yeah. But I have to tell you right now, I love the birds. I love well, I won't get in there. Not quite good. I end up saying bye-bye to this island, and we have to go on another island hunt for a green airport. But thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. I really appreciate that, and your support of my channel. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Take very good care of yourselves. Have an absolutely fabulous day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.